Guys, I have been wondering who was the first man to land on the moon and thought of making a video on the same. So let's get started. Welcome back to our channel Seriously True, and today we are going to discuss about the man who first landed on moon. For many centuries man had been dreaming of space travel and exploration of extraterrestrial lands. The first concrete step in this direction was taken by the Russians when they launched the artificial satellite Sputnik 1 on October 4, 1957. A month later, on November 3, 1957, a bigger Sputnik 2 was sent into the space. It took along the first living creature, a dog named Laika. Following closely on the heels of the Russians, the United States launched its first satellite, Explorer 1, on January 31, 1958, triggering off a race between the two countries in space research. The first man in space was a Soviet cosmonaut, Yuri Gagarin, who orbited the Earth on April 12, 1961 in Vostok 1. In 1961, America started the famous Apollo project, which was aimed at taking man to the moon. It was an ambitious project with hurdles at every step. On January 27, 1967, the Apollo project had a serious setback. During a practice session, the astronauts Virgil Grissom, Edward White and Roger Chaffee were burned to death in a fire aboard the spacecraft. This tragedy led to many modifications in the design of the spacecraft. In July 1969, Neil Armstrong, Aldrin and Michael Collins went to the moon in Apollo 11. On July 20, 1969, at 10:56 p.m. GMT, Neil Armstrong put his first step on the surface of the moon. He sent the message to the Earth: "That's one of the small steps for a man, one giant leap for mankind." A little later, Aldrin also landed on the moon. Michael Collins remained in the spacecraft. Armstrong and Aldrin stayed on the moon for 21 hours and 35 minutes. After this, 4 successful landings of the Apollo on the moon followed. The final landing was on December 11, 1972 by Apollo 17. Eugene Cernan and Harrison Smith spent 74 hours and 59 minutes on the moon and returned with 113.6 kilograms of lunar material. The first Indian to go to the space was Rakesh Sharma in a joint Indo-Soviet flight on April 3, 1984. So far, a total of 12 Americans have walked on the moon during the Apollo programs, bringing back 380 kilograms of rocks and soil. They have moved about 100 kilometers on the lunar surface in a total time of 166 hours. Eugene Cernan in Apollo 17 was the last man to land on the moon on December 11, 1972. No woman has landed on the moon so far. Former Soviet Union has made 20 successful landings so far, but all were unmanned. So now guys, you know who was the first man to land on the moon. That's it for today's video. I hope you liked the video. If so, do click on the like button, do share the video with your family and friends, and do not forget to subscribe the channel. Keep watching Seriously True. We will be back with a new interesting video soon. Thank you and take care. Bye bye.